Hello, everybody. Finishing up section 2.1, we're going to talk about writing equations of transformations. Basically, from previous two nights, they've given us an equation, and we've had to describe the transformation or transformations that happen, and then graph it. Now we're going to go backwards. Now they're going to describe to us what's happening, and we need to write an equation for it. Make this outline here for you for the spot. So if it says in the description that there's a reflection, you're going to put a negative sign here. Otherwise, you're going to ignore that spot. If you have a stretch or a shrink, it goes next. Then you have a parenthesis. If it says left or right, then you've got x plus or minus. So the x has to be there. And the square has to be there. And then if there's a translation up or down, then that comes at the end. So let's give it a try. Example 1, the graph of g. So rather than f of x, that's the graph of f, we have a graph of g. Erase those so I have room to write. So g of x. So I'm looking through the words, and I'm first looking for reflection. There it is. So I'm going to have equals negative. Then I'm looking for stretch or shrink. And I have stretch by a factor of 2. So 2 goes here. Then I'm looking for right or left. I see no right or left, so I put x squared because we don't need this part. And then up or down. Well, it says down 3 units, so minus 3. And there's our equation. Example 2, the graph of h. So we have h of x. Start with looking for the word reflection. I've got reflected here, so I do need a negative. Reflected over the x-axis. I'm looking for stretch or shrink. Nope. Then I'm looking for left or right, and I have left 2 units, so I need parenthesis x plus 2. Remember, it's always opposites inside the parentheses. So left is plus and right is minus. Gotta have our square there. Don't forget the square. And then up or down, we have up 4 plus 4. And there's our equation. And our third example says the graph of c. So we have c of x is equal to, I'm looking for reflection or reflect or reflected, and I don't see any of that. Then I'm looking for stretch or shrink. I have a vertical shrink of 1/3. So 1/3 is going to go here. Then I'm looking for right, left, or up, down. I don't have that, but I have this vertex at 3, 7. So remember, the vertex starts at 0, 0. And then it moved to negative, or 3, negative 7. So what direction did it have to go to move to positive 3? And that's a right 3. And then what direction did it go to get to negative 7? That would be a down, I don't know why I wrote 4, down 7. So I'm going to need a parenthesis, x minus 3, because it's right 3, squared. Remember, we're quadratic right now. and then minus 7 for down 7. And there's our equation. I really want to make sure that we've got this part right here. I think for those of us who are visual people, this is really helpful to have this down when you're trying to write these equations. And then as you get ready for tomorrow, besides these notes, remember we're really getting into that graphing calculator. So if you have one, make sure that you bring that with you. Have a great night.